I like that.
Thank you. Welcome to
You
the.
did that.
Yes, I did. Welcome to the E Cafe. It is a place where it's my intention to energize, educate, and empower you to be your best self possible. And I'm on for a quick minute, and hopefully our um, audio will hang out with us. I am here with my good friend and fellow coach, Coach Karen. Hey, Karen, how are you?
Hi, Les.
Our mic is acting a little funny, but hey, we'll just go ahead and hopefully we can get this recorded. Yeah, this is what I've been working on. Um, Doing my video and planning for 52 sessions coming on every week with just a program that will help to, like I said, energize, educate, and empower you. How have you been, Karen?
You know, I've been good. I've been good. Over the holidays, we all were sick in the house. Nobody was doing a thing. It was crazy. 7 people in a row, backward and forward. Yeah, hospital runs and everything. It was a crazy time. So I feel like I'm now getting back my energy slowly but surely.
Well, I know exactly what you mean. That's why I decided to do this 5 day energy reboot. Was I was feeling the end of last year, I was feeling drained, like I was going through some mud, that it wasn't, like you were dragging and stuff. And as I talked to other people, I realized that they were doing the same thing. And when I started investigating it, I realized that we're just like our computer. Sometimes with everything that goes on, our energy, we get all of those cookies and everything else that we just need to reboot. So I went ahead and invited Karen to be my accountability partner. When you start something new, it's always good to have friends with you that hold you accountable. So I thought of who's the best person to call to to help me with um, getting this off and going. So I called Coach Karen. Coach Karen is a money mindset coach, and she is also getting ready to launch a program about accountability. So I thought, hey, perfect, perfect marriage. Karen, you want to share any of that with us?
Yes. My program will be called the 4 Hour Workday. I've been talking about it since last year, actually. And because I want people to be as productive as they can, because when you are productive, you're consistent and you're focused, your results will be phenomenal. All those components I just speak on is what lack is what causes this, because it causes procrastination and it causes you to think you can do something. Anything you set out to do, the minute you state the fact, everything will come at you and showcase to you why this cannot be done. Expect it. Don't fight it. Just expect it. When it happened, you question it. Why are you presenting yourself to me? What do you want me to learn? What am I holding myself back from? Am I not thinking big enough? What am I limiting myself to? Why am I not limitless? Go ahead, ask those questions, because all those things I am going to be teaching people to do and how to do it so that they can get the answers they need. Because once you understand that, you become so good in your business that you understand. One of the other big things that, interviewing and talking to people, I realized people would mop all around, but they wouldn't sell anything. It seems like they're selling, but they wouldn't sell anything. And when you get these things out of the way, you know that the first 2 hours of your day is for selling. It's for getting people through the pipeline, getting potential clients, start getting them there. That means you're building email lists. That means you're talking to people in Messenger. That means you're doing all the things. Don't get yourself caught up in the people who say, don't message people. No, no, no. It's just that you got to do the right way. That's all. Same thing with your email. So all these things, once you understand them, you understand that your first 2 hours of the day when all your energy is there, you're bright and shiny, is when you need to think, sell it, because you have scheduled, because you understand how much sales you need to make every week, every month, to sustain you, invest in you, and continue growing. You'll understand that you gotta sell. And that's really what I'm bringing. Results by
And you see, that is why I asked Karen to be my accountability partner, to hold my feet to the fire so that I would go ahead and launch this program or launch this 5-day reboot. So if you're feeling that you are dragging, feeling drained, then hey, perhaps it's time for you to wake up your power and join my 5-day energy reboot. It won't be anything that is long or takes a bunch of your time. What it will do is help you to recycle, get rid of some of that old. I know I got rid of a lot of old stuff. I mean, the end of the decade, the end of the year, uh, I realized that what I needed to do to start this new adventure was to reboot, and I am inviting you to join me on this reboot. Um, One of the things that you're going to get right away is a personal assessment, a personal power assessment for you to be able to see exactly where is your power right now. Are you um what key areas in your life are you really down on? It's like looking at the gauge of your car. And once you assess where you are, then you can know where you need to reboot and change it. But did you do any clearing up, Karen, of your of what did you assess what had gone on your last 10 years and your or specifically this last year, and did you come to any ahas that could help us?
sure. For sure. I think mine usually starts like in October, where I get everything off my desk and I literally go through it because I really don't want to start a new year with it. And I'm glad that I do those things because being sick in December, really, because it was done already, that part of me wasn't feeling the pressure anymore. I also like to start telling people about their vision boards and that sort of thing before the year starts so that they can get it done, not panicking to get it done then. Then also, like next month, I'm going to offer my vision book course again. Because if January is the frenzy and then nobody does anything. But I like to tell them about it in February again because everybody years start differently. And what I find out is, if nothing more, whatever it is you've been holding on to for the whole, and I started doing this about 3 years ago, by the way, whatever you've been holding on to for a full year, you did nothing with, you're not going to do anything with. I know your brain is telling you you will. You're not going to. And if you think you will, then you take 6 projects out of all the projects and do it. And if you watch yourself for the whole year didn't do any of those 6 projects, again, because I knew you wasn't going to do it, but just for your own sakes, take 6 of them and try. And if you don't do it, not halfway, not 40%, but the full 100% that I keep talking about. Everybody want to do 110, 120. All you need to work at is 100%. Most people do not work at 100%. That is why they think they need 120. For sure, you need to work at 80 to 100%. Most people work at 40, 45 to 60%. And I'll tell you why they do that, because they're afraid, and they're thinking that whatever they know and they could do is not good enough. And they're also afraid to reach out for help because that's going to show that they're weak. The truth is, when you ask for help, you're not weak, you're strong, because you know the specific area. Somebody that is stronger in that area can help you, and you reach out to them. That's all it is.
And you know, that is one of the reasons that I reached out for you. We, especially as coaches, people sometimes will put us on a pedestal. And it's very important that we remember and also we remind you that we're also on this journey. We're also working out, and that to ask for help is strength, not weakness. It allows you to have companions along the road. And you know, I've told Karen many times about working out. I've learned, for me, I am not the best person for working out by myself. I have rows of videotapes and exercise books, but I seem to do much better in a group. And that is why I am inviting you all, hopefully, to get in a group to wake up your power, to join together, to realize that as energy beings, uh, the energy is so intense right now that it is important that we intentionally and deliberately choose where we are going, opposed to living your life on default. You know, because some people say, well, I won't decide. I won't decide. Well, not deciding is a decision. You know, that is a decision also. So I am really excited about um, Monday. Oh, I guess I need to give you the facts of and I will be putting this up on in the description so that you can sign up for the Wake Up to Your Power 5 Day Energy reboot, because everything is energy. And it's going to start January 27th. I need to rechange that date, but we are starting January 27th. That is next month. And confession, true confession, I had planned on starting this Monday and piddled around. And so, because I piddled around and you know, when you're only answering to yourself, you say, well, what the heck? That is why I enlisted my good friend to be my accountability partner, to see that I do the things that I need to do in order to really have wake up my power. And I'm asking you to join me in doing that. Unmute you. We're, Karen, did you want to say anything, as I am playing with the mics so we can't talk at the same time, because it seems like we're talking over each other?
That's okay. That's okay. We're doing what we need to do, and that's the way things are. What Liz is talking about here, you guys join her. She's got to wake it up. She herself knows she has to do the work, and it's nice when people know that you yourself is doing the work. Uh, and I'm going to say this publicly: Liz has to advertise this thing 3 times a day so that people Yes, it might seem that they get fed up of her, but she needs to advertise this 3 times a day, wherever she said she's going to do it 3 times a day so that people can keep seeing it. And so it didn't matter the number of people that get on, but she wants a number, that's fine, but she needs to go with it. Whatever number get on, she go with that number and then she redo it again. Because this is one of the hardest things for entrepreneurs. About saying, well, I don't have to answer to me, but I think you should be the person you don't want to let down at all. I think that has always been my thing. I hate letting down Karen more than anybody else. Might sound selfish. I've heard I was selfish, but that's okay. Don't really care. I do not like to let me down because I have me 24/7, so I'll be upset with me 24/7. So that's why it's important for me not to let me down. And when I get really crazy on something, I will even plaster my face on whatever it is so I can see me. Yes, I do these crazy things. Since in college, I always do these things all over the house, everywhere. I got different signs all over my house where it tells certain things. People come. I usually forget about some signs. People will come in and say, "Oh, what is that about?" Depending on who you are, you might hear the story. If you're not a positive vibe, you probably won't hear the story because it's not for you.
I agree totally with you that you have to constantly remind yourself as to where you want to focus because we have so much that is vying for our attention. And I mean, if you look at the world, you would be totally depressed. But what you can do, and that is what I am suggesting, and that is what I am doing, is choosing what I listen to, choosing by the signs that you put up in your house, by the shows that you choose to listen to, even the people that you choose to be around, so that you can, and I do believe you can achieve anything you want to do, but it takes work. And that is the key, is the consistency and diligence of doing it every day. That's why I'm thank you for
You're welcome.
coming on and helping me to forge ahead with this. Uh, uh, Let me tell you one more time is the wake up. All right. I'm playing with all of these. Okay. Wake up to your power, the 5 day energy reboot. And as I said, as soon as you sign up, the link will be on the top of the video. You will get your assessment, and then also there'll be a link to join in a group so that we can discuss those things. If you have a problem with the particular task that day, you can ask questions and I'll be on. But Karen, did you want to tell us a little bit about what you are planning? What you're planning to do as I'm switching back between mics, what you're planning on doing?
Uh, so for this new week here, and I started already, I'm working a lot on systems. I'm even changing my group name because as much as I love it, it is not really searchable. And when it's searchable, the people that come on don't understand what it is. So those are not my ideal people. So I'm changing my group name because I rarely deal when I sit down and really answer the questions that I ask people to answer. I answer them myself, by the way. I don't just give it to people. I know for sure I could not work from home for over 20 years if I wasn't disciplined. And and that discipline is part of my productivity. So I'm good at it. I manage a lot of things. Most people, when they really get me to sit down and tell them the amount of things I manage, their mouth usually fall open. That all gets done. And so I'm really good at that. and I'm really good at teaching it, because you could be good at something but not good at teaching it. And I'm really good at prosperity and profitability in people businesses. And we want to do that and focus on that daily. So my new group name, I'm gonna still put it in my group so people can choose, but I'm really leaning towards the, productivity, prosperity, and profitability daily. Because who's in their business and don't want that? And this is for entrepreneurs. My group is really was for entrepreneurs and employees, but again, sometimes self-discovery allows you to see what it really is. And I really cater to entrepreneurs, because it's not like if you're an employee you can join, but you have to be wanting to be an entrepreneur to be in the group. If not, it wouldn't matter to you. It wouldn't help you. It wouldn't get you where you want to be unless you're an employee like I used to be. I was the kind of employee who really get a fire when my productivity level went up. And that's because I came from a business arena and went into jobs. So I never look at jobs like most people would. Oh my God, this is dreary. I got to do it. I always look at it. Oh my gosh, I'm in here. Let me see what I can get done. What can be done better? How can I reshift things so that I can have more time for my business on the side? Always.
I'm coming from not a business background, but I think that everybody, whether you are an employee or you're an entrepreneur, waking up your power and realizing how powerful you are and tapping into your intuitive guidance will help you, whether you are a parent, an employee, or an entrepreneur. Because when you are sensitive to energy, it is important that you become very fit. That you understand that your energy is your responsibility. It is nobody else's but yours. And when you recognize that your energy is your responsibility, and it's a joy, and also it is it takes work. It takes looking yourself in the mirror and saying, okay, this is a result of what I've been doing. So if I don't like it, I don't need to beat myself up. All I have to do is become more aware as to where I am putting my focus and my attention on. And what you're getting tells you what you've been putting your focus and your attention on. Yeah, they said the truth will set you free, but first it'll make you mad.
You will be a lunatic, so upset, and it's okay.
Yeah, okay. And when you once you it's like taking your clothes off and look in the mirror and recognizing that your their roles where perhaps you didn't want those roles, but being aware enough to decide if you don't want the roles, you can do the work and get it off. And so that is what Wake Up Your Power is all about. And the 5-day energy reboot should really get you going and excited about life and deciding what to do. And I think that that is all that I wanted to say. I want to make sure that I reiterate Wake Up Your Power. We are starting the 5-day energy reboot is January 27th. The link is on the video. Go ahead, click on it. You'll get your assessment so that you can see exactly where is your power in certain key areas right now, and then join in the fun of getting that spark done. Get your mojo back. Okay? So, that is all that I had to say. Karen, was there anything else that you wanted to say as we are hitting that mark?
No, just join with on boosting your energy. She says your energy is your responsibility. I agree with that. Join her on the challenge. Watch how life changes and be different for you. You can't wake up your power. Like you can't once you wake up that power, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. Just remember that. It's gonna make you go in a different direction than you might have thought about, but it's gonna be a good direction because it's good to change things up. You know.
It's good to change things up, and it's okay if you're gone to sleep. You can just wake up. Don't beat yourself up. Just wake up and reboot. Just like our computer, we need to reboot it every periodically. Once we decide where it is, if it's running slow, and if you're running slow, if you're feeling drained, then perhaps it's time to wake up your power. Karen, I thank you very much for joining me. And I am hoping to find most of you who are listening that will join me also in Wake Up Your Power, the 5-day energy reboot. I will be starting January 27th. So with that, I guess we will say that means okay. We'll say bye bye. Have a great day. May light, love, and plenty of laughter accompany you on your journey. Have a blessed one. And in the broadcast.